we've gone straight ahead at the Queen's Head instead of turning left as we did before, and come down another 1.5 miles or two, and this is a bit of a back entrance into Kirtling Tower. Let me see, can I tune you now? That's Kirtling Tower, which in fact is just simply the gatehouse of what was an incredible mansion that got pulled down in 1801. But it's still the residence of the Lord and Lady of the Manor, as it were. That was sort of really the centrepiece of the whole, what they call the estate, which is essentially the 3,500 acres or so that the mansion owned. And just on your right there is a Catholic church, which was built in the late 1800s when one of the Lords of the manor converted to Catholicism. And then you keep coming down this road a little way till you get to All Saints Church, which is the Church of England, and which was originally built soon after William the Conqueror came through in 1066. You turn into it, and the first thing you come across is what's called Hall Farm, which was in fact the sort of home farm for the estate, where the tenant farmers were trained and made sure that they knew what they were doing. And then you keep coming down here to the church, and we'll just, that's Hall Farm farmhouse, and you walk into the church and its graveyard. And as I said, the church goes back to the 1100s when it was actually built, and there's still part of that Norman church left. There was a major extension in the 13th century, or major additions, where they added another aisle to each side of the nave. But this is the graveyard. Somewhere buried in there is my great-grandfather, no, not my great-grandfather, sorry, my great-great-grandparents and my great-great-great-grandparents. But there's no way of knowing because a lot of the older stones just are unreadable, or you can see from the vacant spaces that there's just no headstones where undoubtedly there would be bodies. But this is the Norman arch, the original Norman arch, not the exterior one, the interior one. Probably doesn't show up in the light very well. Oh, yes, there it is. So that's the interior arch that goes back to Norman times. That's the church, and the village used to be just down the back of the church, but was moved after the plague, although there's some contention as to whether it was the plague or the wishes of the Lord of the Manor that moved it. Over there is Place Farm, which is attached to the manor, and through the trees there is the Kirtling Tower. And then up the back again is Hall Farm. So there'll be another part, so don't go away.